Right, time for some therapy. And by that I mean talking to you lot, because I think I've mentioned before, I do regard this as a form of therapy sometimes, talking therapy. If you've been following my journey, you may or may not have noticed over the last 2-3 weeks I haven't really put out a great deal, and there's a reason for that. Some very interesting things have occurred. Winston's saying hello to the rather good-looking cows there. Winston, I tell you what, if I let you in that field, you won't be barking. Anyway, so yes, back to you lot and my therapy. I'm really grateful actually for the journey I'm on. I'm grateful for all the comments I receive on my YouTube channel. I'm grateful for the comments, the help, the advice that I also get, as do others in the tribe of evolutionaries in Facebook. All of it has helped. It's kind of a reciprocal thing. When I started this journey, I wasn't aiming for this. It was just simply a chronicling of my journey to enhance my life. Anyway, so why haven't I been putting out content over the last few weeks? Well, this all started off with what I thought was food poisoning. It could be. Either way, whatever it wasn't 24 hours of releasing stuff from the back end. It was about 3 days, and it really knocked me for 6. What it did do straight afterwards is made me think about the microbiome, my gut health. I put out the question to the group actually, and everybody on there was really helpful, providing advice to stuff that possibly I should have looked at previously. It's definitely a part of the enhancing of my physical health, and that is to consume fermented veg, kombucha, kimchi, eating some kefir, anything with the live cultures and improving the bacterial health in my stomach. So I do think that a lot of the stuff that I go through happens for a reason. I am a big believer in that. So I think that whatever that was, I still don't know, definitely happened for a reason, because it acted as a message for me to start improving my gut health. Now, secondary to that, a few days after, I then started developing flu-like symptoms and was reminded of these pains that I'd been getting in the prostate, in the lower abdomen, in the perineum. So me, with my analytical mind, I thought, well, okay, maybe this is all connected. So I went to the doc. I've been checked up. For the first time, I had a doctor's finger up the backside. And I've also had my balls felt. So there we are, there's a first, a bonus you might say. God, I don't know why I'm telling you this. It's funny, isn't it? How easy it is for me to just spill out my life in front of you lot. But anyway, suffice to say, after a few blood tests, urine tests, the doctor is still confused, and I'm now being sent to a urologist to figure out what this might be. Now, all the while, whilst this has been happening, my poor wife has been suffering over the last few months. So much so that I've had to make sure that I'm on it, that I'm strong physically and mentally. And we've definitely been through some challenging times. That is the reason why these last few weeks I haven't really put out a great deal of stuff. And perhaps I should be spilling more of the beans, as it were, on camera. I don't know. What you're seeing right now is the real me, as it is in all of my videos. But I guess what I'm doing now, come on. But I guess what I'm doing now is really letting you in a little bit further into my life. And yes, I have, through the methods that I've employed, definitely enhanced my life, mentally and physically. But I'm not a fool to think that there are things that can still knock me down. And I think I think because of the methods that I have, I've been able to stay strong mentally. But it has meant that my energy levels have been pretty low, and therefore the inspiration that I normally have every morning whilst walking Winston has dissipated somewhat. Now, one of the things I will continue to do and will do more of is to collaborate with others, as you've seen on my channel. And there's real reasons behind that. You know, yes, in part it helps to further my message, and it helps to further their message or further promote their message. But also, every time I collaborate with somebody, I'm gaining knowledge. I'm improving my wisdom. You know, I'm learning from others, and that's what's lovely. A lovely Scottish chap called Paul McAllister contacted me on LinkedIn, and he said he'd been following my journey on YouTube, which is wonderful, thank you. And he wanted to talk to me about his burgeoning clothing business. That clothing, by the way, you will see here right now on the top half of my body, a clothing business by the name of M7 Fit Apparel. Now, I suggested to him that he and I have a chat online, really just to make sure that we clicked and that I understand more about his story. And what's lovely is that he's a young guy, he's already figuring stuff out. You know, when I was his age, I hadn't figured out half the stuff that he has already. He's become a parent. I became a parent much later in life than him. And, you know, he's got his priorities set, and this is what I loved. And it's people like this that I want to work with more. People that have figured out where their priorities lie. You know, all about, if they are parents, it's all about creating the life that both they and their family want, doing the best for their family, making sure that their children see them acting morally, virtuously, you know, whatever it might be. Goodness, I tell you what, this therapy is already working. Talking to you right now, I'm feeling better. So anyway, he wanted to send me some clothing in the post, which was very kind of him. And he said, you know, if ever you want to wear it whilst you're doing some of your physical health videos, that would be great. But he said, I don't want you to do it just because I'm asking. I want you to wear the clothes, get a feel for them. If you like them, it'd be great if you comment. And, hence why I'm wearing this today. So this is not a physical health video, and perhaps it should be. Maybe I'll pump out a few press-ups later, but I wanted to wear this because I'd suggested that I was going to, and I'd like to help him. I'd like to help him further promote his business. And I can tell you now, these clothes fit comfortably. There's a kind of, I think it's elastane perhaps within the material. So it's a nice hug to your body. You could definitely perform a few press-ups in these very comfortably. And I think, you know, outside of that, it'd just be nice to be able to help somebody that's on, you know, on a journey. They've started their small business that they're growing. Morning. And it would just be nice to be able to help as in any way that I can. And if it means me doing a video or two where I'm wearing his clothes, then all the better. I'm definitely up for that. Likewise, any of you lot out there, if you've got small businesses that you think might fit with my message, with what I'm doing in this enhancement of my life, do get in contact. I know it's only a small YouTube channel at the moment, but I envisage it growing. I guess I do need to pump out a few more videos if it's going to grow. But I'd love to talk to you. You know, certainly with my recruitment business, I've always erred towards working with clients that are small growth businesses, because I can get a real sense of who they are. I can get a better relationship with the owner of the business, and develop a good trusting relationship. That's so important to me, especially now. So, a nice long ramble for you. And perhaps to finish off, you'll note in the title of this video that I've put in there Ashwagandha. And I just want to tell you a little bit about this. So this is a a root herb used in and has been used in Ayurvedic medicine, Indian medicine, for centuries. I think the Western world are beginning to understand what this is and what it's capable of. And it was actually somebody in my tribe, Julian, that suggested it might be worth my taking. I'd been describing what I'd been going through. And I've been taking it now almost a week. I can tell you that I have noticed a change in my mood. It has improved. I can't tell you yet of any other significant benefits, but reading online of all of the supposed benefits, some of which are proven. So what ashwagandha is now known to do is reduce cortisol levels. It also acts as an adaptogen. So what that means is it helps to rebalance your body wherever it might be imbalanced. So let's say you've got hypothyroidism, for example. Apparently it can help with that. It can help rebalance your thyroid. But to be honest, it doesn't have to be that. It could be anything in your body that is out of balance. This adaptogen can apparently rebalance your whole physiology. So it would be interesting to report in, say, a month or two's time, if I continue taking this, which I think I will, any other benefits, and I will certainly report on that if I experience any. But so far so good. I think for me, I'm always wary of supplements. If you've watched my other video where I'd been taking some MCT oil, as it turns out, I'd been overdosing on it. I didn't realize, and as a consequence, I had suffered some rather dark days. So I'm still wary about ingesting that. So I'll let you know if I do. But so when it comes to supplements, I am slightly wary about them. This being a root, nothing else, or the extract of a root in powder form, and the fact that it's been used for centuries in Indian medicine, I'm slightly less wary and therefore willing to give it a go. As I've said, I think quite often through this journey of mine, I receive messages. And those messages are my body saying, this is something you now need to look at. And I think whatever it is that I experienced a few weeks ago that I thought was food poisoning was my body saying, that's an area that you now need to look at. And the following experiences of pains in my lower abdomen, my prostate, again, of which the doctor can't figure out what those are again another message, really just something my body is saying, you need to check this out. So who knows? And by the way, it's not the big C. The tests that they've carried out so far do not indicate this, so I'm not worried. But it'd be interesting to see where this goes. And also, I wonder, whether this ashwagandha, whether this miracle cure might help with any other ailments I have. Who knows? Right, that about wraps it up, I think. I'll drop a link below for M7 Fit apparel if you like the look of this clothing, and I'll be wearing it in a few more videos as well, and I'll put it through the test with some proper physical health videos rather than me rambling to the camera. Thank you for watching. I'm off to hug a couple of trees. Evolution of Dave signing off. Thank you.